A couple things about why we designed the product up front. It's designed for ruggedized environments, particularly classroom type environments, but maybe manufacturing shop floors. I'll let your minds wander there. It's designed for large audience applications and designed to house again that Group 500 series and Eagle 4 camera. So the Group 500 codec and the Eagle 4 camera package is what's designed to work with the system. Again, here's the exciting thing. It's a single SKU, so it's easy from that standpoint from an ordering process. A little bit about the package itself as we come down. Again, you see the Eagle Eye 4 camera sitting up top. This is a 55-inch commercial grade LED. It's from a company called Sampo, and it's the one Polycom chose because it's already been certified really globally and in every country in which Polycom wants to work. The other thing that's unique about how the system is set through, the other thing real quick though I should tell you about the actual LED itself is it's a rather thick LED. So in the back when you grab it with the handles, it does not flap in the wind like a lot of the thinner LEDs do. And that's important, particularly when you're working in a K-12 environment from a classroom standpoint. You can set the 55-inch monitor at 3 different levels. From center of the LED, then it'll be at a 46, a 50, or a 54-inch height. We have it set at a 54-inch height at the moment, so it sort of shows you the high end, and that's what you would use in a classroom type environment. These are dual full range speakers down here, 50-watt speaker system, self-powered, and they give out beautiful audio throughout a regular sized classroom, which we traditionally describe as like a 30 by 40 foot room. It'll fill that entire room with audio, so don't worry about that. The dual pole, and by the way, these are covered in the front with metal, so if the kids have pencils and think they're going to have some fun with the woofers, they're not going to get them in there, so the speakers are well protected in this environment. Again, we also have a dual pole capability going down, so for stability, that's quite unique out in the industry, but the dual pole capability there. And as you look down at the base, it is a very wide base and a rather big base done on purpose. You need that to get through the certifications and so forth for 55-inch type monitors. The other thing I should point out, now this is not something that Polycom is looking to embrace, but let's say your client buys the system as is and down the road decides they want to go to 70-inch monitors or even an 80-inch. This system here, the actual frame itself, will indeed house a monitor that size. So there is some flexibility for growth on the monitor once the system is in. But today we're selling it as a solution. Okay? Hey, the last thing I want to talk to you about here is a little plate up front, and this plate can be removed. It's on here with magnets, and it's a great way if you want. Now this is a third-party thing we would do, but again, if you want to put your customer's logo on there, if they're buying a large quantity of these, or if it's a school system type arrangement and they want their logo there, you can have it done on that plate. Again, it's a third-party arrangement outside of Polycom itself. With that, let's do this. Let's take a little look around. These are large 5-inch casters down below. They are lockable just by stepping on them. But if I turn the system around, I think it's some of the most unique pieces. And to do that, I'll grab the big handles here. And that's really the big selling part of this framing arrangement is the handles. And they can be put out at any different arrangements you want, but we want the kids grabbing the handles and not the flat screens, and that's what's this design. It's also one of the really nice lockout specs for this system. Traditionally this would be screwed in, but for the demo purposes here, I'm going to go ahead and remove this panel in the back. It includes the flap for the locking area over the shelf itself, and it houses all of your electronics here, the power, the Codec 500, and the actual power strip itself. We do that on purpose to keep, again, the power units away from the children. So another one of your lockout specs is the safety aspects that this system has been built. To put it back on is quite easy. Just put it on, the magnets load up, and again it's self-locking. If the client has a small lock they want to put on there, like a TSA type lock, they can do that. Just the back side of the speakers here, and again all of the, if you will, the cabling runs through the frame of the unit itself, so it's very nice and clean. Everything comes out at the bottom, and where it wraps down there, very neat and tidy. So with that, let's take just a few moments, look at the system one more time from the front. It is a total solution, and that's really part of the cell here, so nobody has to do anything else. From the cell standpoint, guys, it's really about safety, and the way we sealed all the electronics in the back of the system. It's not like many of the dealers when they just sort of grab things and start adding power strips and things like that. I know they can do it cheaper. You can always build something cheaper. But in this particular case, the sell here is the safety.